Hey guys, welcome back to the Alley family. How y'all are doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So today I'll be making some beans and rice. These are the ingredients that I have for my beans. So I'm going to be using some black eye. I have some chicken which I already washed. I have here some onion, shallot, celery, and some pepper. Some Chinese sauce which I'll use to give the chicken some color. And here I have some green seasoning, cayenne pepper, fine leaf thyme, some ground garlic, ginger powder, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, onion powder, and some adobo seasoning. And I have my pot is on with some water, and I put a bit of salt inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my beans and put it in for boil. So I want to thank you guys for watching my video. For all those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. For all those who haven't, please do share it with your family and friends. Guys, I'm now trying to build my YouTube channel, so I'm asking for your support in subscribing and sharing my video. You can leave in a comment box below what you think of my video and like your suggestion what you would like me to make in the future. So stay with me as I show you how I go about making my beans and rice. So guys, I already went ahead and washed the beans. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in and leave that to boil while I'll go ahead and season up the chicken. So I'll show you guys. So this is the chicken which I already washed, and so I'm gonna go ahead and add all the dry seasoning along with the wet seasoning inside. My hands are clean, so I'm using my hands. I'm gonna give all this a mix so that I can leave it to marinate while the beans is boiling. I'm not using a pressure pot to boil my beans. I'm just using a regular pot because I have a 17-month-old baby, and she's afraid of when the pressure pot will whistle. So I'm gonna give my hand a rinse so I can be able to open the Chinese sauce to put inside. So I'm going ahead now with the Chinese sauce. I'm not using much. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my hand. It's just to give it a little bit of color because of the black eye. You can use tomato paste, but I'm not using any tomato paste at the moment. As you can see here, that how my chicken is looking, so it's having a nice color. So this is gonna blend in very well with the black eye. And you can also use some sugar to burn it to get the color as you desire. So I didn't add any salt to my chicken because I've used a lot of dry spices, and all those dry spices tends to have salt inside. So when I put my chicken to cook, I'll taste it. If it needs salt, then I'll add additional salt to it. So stay with me as I take you to the next step. I'll leave this chicken to marinate while I go ahead and make my rice, because beans tends to go nice with rice. There you have it, chicken already seasoning, and beans is in the pot boiling. So guys, the beans is still on boiling. So in the meantime, I'll go ahead and fry my chicken up. So I have the oil that is already hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken, because the beans doesn't have too long more to finish. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead now and start with the chicken for it to fry and boil. And so I'm gonna just leave this. I'm not adding anything else to it. I'm just leaving it so that it can burn out all the moisture inside of it. And then I'll go ahead and add some shallot and onions. You can smell it, how nice all those spices are smelling. So I'm gonna leave this to fry and then come back and show you guys when I started to add the other seasoning that are aromatic. So guys, after a few moments, this is how the chicken is looking. As you can see that it lost some of its moisture inside. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and add some shallot along with the pepper and some onions and the celery. So I'm gonna give it a mix. At this point, if you want to add some tomato, you can add tomato paste. If you want to add tomato paste, you can add, but I'm not doing that because of all the seasoning and the spices that I put inside the paprika and the cayenne pepper, so that gave it its color. And then on top of that, I went ahead and add some Chinese sauce. So this color is okay for me. I taste it, it doesn't need any salt. So I'm gonna let this fry. I'm gonna cover it again and let it fry, and then I'm gonna check my beans and see if it's okay, and then I'll throw it in. So guys, my chicken, it comes to a dry, all the moisture is all dried up. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I didn't add any water to this. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna turn the beans, and I'm gonna use the same set of water with the beans. I'm gonna throw it in. So this is going to boil the chicken because the beans doesn't have too long over, so I let this boil on slow heat and then come back and show you guys after a few moments how it's looking. You can go ahead and strain out the water from the beans, but I didn't. I use the same water because I add a touch of salt inside, and then you get a flavor from the water too instead of putting fresh water. So I'm gonna let this boil down, and then I'm gonna add the rest of the celery and shallot and onions. So guys, after a few minutes, like 10 minutes, this is how the beans is looking. It's all dried up, all the water is all dry. It doesn't have much. So at the moment now, I'm gonna go ahead and add all the celery along with the onions and some shallot. I'm gonna leave some to garnish it on top when I'm finished, and I'm gonna let this simmer like for 2 minutes because I want it with gravy, because I'm eating it with rice. You can even use it just like that if you want, and you can have it with roti too, but I'm gonna leave it for simmer down like maybe 2 minutes, not too long, and then I'm gonna transfer it over into a bowl and show you guys how it looks. So I'm gonna give you a close-up look of how it's looking. So this is how the beans is looking at the moment. I'll give it 2 more minutes and then take it out. So guys, this is what the beans is looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and take some out and have it. So guys, this is my lunch. How do you find it? Leave in a comment box below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with your family and friends. And thank you very much for watching.